How are you actually supposed to do a review for a series like this? Hey guys, Fiddle Favorite here, and welcome back to another Manga First Take. And today, we are going to be taking a look at Nichijou, My Ordinary Life. So, I was extremely excited for this to come out. Mostly because I think, like everybody else, I've never actually, found, the actual Nichijou anime, because I've seen a million clips on YouTube, and I don't really know. I honestly don't actually know how the anime works. I've never actually seen it in a chronological order, if there really even is much of one. And so, like a lot of people, I've seen the clips for Nichijou, and it is hilarious. It is so unbelievably random, but the humor is really good. And so I was really excited for when I saw that Vertical licensed Nichijou. I was like, Vertical. Yes. Yes, thank you so much. And so, I'm actually going to say, when the first probably skits or sketches, however you want to call it in this manga, because they're literally just random jumping around points without much of a solid story. There's characters in the background, and the story just kind of has whoever it wants to at whatever time. And so, I'm going to actually say I was a little bit surprised, because the first two, funny little two parts of the story, I guess chapters, whatever you want to call it, I didn't find them that amusing, and that kind of surprised me. And it took me a little while to kind of figure out why. And I think it's part of one of the things that makes Nichijou great, but it takes some getting into, and that's because there is no context for anything. You are hardly introduced to the characters, the world, anything. You're hardly introduced to anything. You're just thrown into their story, and you're almost expected to find it funny, right off the bat. And I don't think I found it funny right off the bat, because it was so random, and I wasn't invested in any of the characters yet, because I had really no reason to understand the personalities or the goings of the two, especially the two main characters, as it went. I didn't understand the personalities, so some of the gags weren't really getting to me as they should have been. But that really didn't last long at all. Once you really get into the series, it just becomes an amazing just comedy manga. It is so well done. The first little bit with Nano, and the fact that they're just trying to prove that she's a robot, and just the unbelievable amounts of random is just it's one of the things that is the trademark of Nichijou. I mean, the whole principal fighting a deer, it's just you just kind of go, I don't know what's happening, but it's just the reactions of the characters is what really brings out the humor. So when you have the reactions of the characters coupled with just the absolute what the hell is even happening, just really makes this a really enjoyable comedy manga to read. I almost think though, and I'm surprised I say this because I am really a manga person, I think this series worked a little bit better animated. I don't always say this. I mean, you can say that about probably a lot of anime manga to some people, but I really like manga. I really like the way manga goes, but I think sort of the visual comedy effects give a little bit more pop when it comes to anime. It's a bit more fluid, and you can really get that sense of motion and stuff. The manga does a really great job of showing it, but I think that the anime allows it to be a little bit funnier. One thing about the manga I'm happy about is all those clips on YouTube never had subtitles. And so I actually can understand some of the jokes now, even though some of the jokes really have no meaning. Some of the jokes still make no sense. It's just I don't get it, but it's funny. It's just funny as hell. And if you're a fan of comedy manga, or just comedy in general, check out Nichijou, because it is so delightfully random. It is so random, and you do start to grow closer to the characters as you start to learn their personalities and what they're like and what they do. At the beginning of the volume, it's kind of I don't really understand what's going on, because I don't understand the personalities of the characters. But it doesn't take long for you to sort of get a little bit more immersed in the world and have some thoughts about some of the characters and what their personalities are like. So anyway guys, I do hope you enjoyed this review / first take of Nichijou My Ordinary Life. Volume 2 is already on sale, and I highly suggest that you guys go ahead and pick up this volume, because it was really enjoyable. But until next time, I will see you guys back on the prowl. Bye!